Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. From this video we are gonna learn about quadratic algebra. Quadratic algebra is a big title. It could be really hard, but anyway, let's begin with expanding algebraic expressions. We've already learned this before and then it's like pretty straightforward, but this is really essential when it comes to factorizing expressions. Yeah, because this is just reverse of expanding. So yep, let's get right into it. Let's have a look at this specific example first. 4 and a plus b. What does this mean? I think like many of you already know like how to simplify this expression. This number 4 distributes across all the numbers inside the bracket. So like basically we it's just 4 and a plus b. Actually, like there's multiplication going on between this bracket and this number. So like we simplify this bracket just by multiply each number by the number outside the bracket. So that's how we get 4a plus 4b. Yeah, it's pretty easy, but but we have to know why. Like I think it is really useful, like in mathematics, like to know why like everything is the case, like this is the case, because multiplication is just the abbreviation of bunch of additions. Like for example, 4 times 3 equals 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 4 plus 4 plus 4. So we don't really wanna write down like bunch of additions. So that's why we started using multiplication. And yeah, this is just it. So that's why when we find the value of this kind of expressions, so there's an addition and then there's a multiplication, and in this case you have to do this one first. Then why just because this means 3 plus 3 plus 3, or like 4 plus 4 plus 4. But so that's why like this basically means like 2 plus this one or this one, like 2 plus 3 3 3 3, or 2 plus 4 4 4. But let's say you just made a mistake and then you did the addition first, this one 2 plus 3 first. Then how does that change? Like what does that change in the expression? Then it becomes 5 times 4. Then this is basically 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Why? We should have calculated 4 of 3's, but we have only 1 2 here. However, if you do 2 plus 3 first, then it somehow makes 4 over 5's. So it's like you kind of add 2 to each term, like these 4 terms, these 4 3's. So that's why those two are not the same. Like you have to do the multiplication first. So why do I do this? Because just to explain how the multiplication works. And now what I want to do is simplify this expression. It's a bit different. 2 brackets multiplied together, while this one, 4a plus b, this is just a number multiplied by one bracket, a constant multiplied by a binomial. For your information, this is called binomial because bi means 2, and then like there are 2 terms in the bracket. So that's why this is called binomial. And we are gonna simplify the product of a plus b and c plus d. I mean 2 binomials multiplied together. So how do we do this? I don't know, you might already know how to do this, but basically, you can just expanding like each number, A, C, A, D, and B, C, B, D, and multiply them all together. Not all together, sorry. So like AC plus AD, this makes this makes AD, this makes BC, this makes BD. So I'm gonna explain why, okay? Why this is the case. Let's say 4 and C plus D, and we know like this is C plus D. Let's replace this 4 like with A plus B. So this way like 4C plus 4D. But I wanna calculate A plus B, not 4. So we are gonna change this 4 into A plus B. So it becomes A plus B and C plus A plus B and D, because we substituted. And now we can just use the distributive law, the expanding bracket, CA, CB, and DA, DB. So if we expand like those two brackets, that's how you get AD plus BD. Then like it's pretty much the same as this one. So like that's why we need to multiply like all the numbers between like those two brackets. It's really necessary. Just for your information, then what about this one? 4 and then A plus B plus C. So like if you know the rules, like why this becomes this one, this is equal to this one, then obviously this one is also like A plus B plus C, and we have 4 of them. So that means we have 4 of A's, 4 of B's, and 4 of C's. That's why it's like 4A plus 4B plus 4C. Yep, I think that's about it, like for reviewing expanding algebraic expressions. Okay, then let's get into the factorization. But still, factorization, like I said, it's just a reverse calculation of expansion. So we can't just skip the expansion part. Let's have a look at this one. When you expand brackets, it is really hard to, not know what to do. Because we've just learned, we can just manually, multiply each number. Like you don't know all the formulas in expanding or like factorizing, then like it's fine, just like manually do it. So I'm gonna do it manually. A times A, that's how you get A squared. And then A times, be careful, this is minus B. Then minus AB. And then this times this, B times A, and then positive. So like that's how you get AB plus AB, and then B and B. So like again, this is negative B, so that's how we get minus B squared. Those two are cancelled, and we get A squared minus B squared. So this one, A plus B times A minus B, then we get A squared minus B squared. It's called the difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. If you see the difference of two squares, then it's pretty interesting, because we can factorize these kind of expressions like so, A plus B and A minus B. So you have to remember like how to change from here to here, because if you come across brackets, it is really easy to expand. Like even if you don't really know this formula, like if you know this one, then like you can just simply apply the formula. But like let's say you saw this one, and then like you wanna factorize this expression. Then if you know like this could become this one. Like this, the difference of two squares become like two brackets. Yeah, then it's really difficult like to factorize. In this case, you might think this is not square, but like if you really think about it, 81 is equal to 9 squared. So it will be x squared minus 9 squared. Then that's how you get x plus 9 and x minus 9. So now you learned about like this formula, then you should be able to factorize this kind of expressions, this like difference of two squares. Like for example, a squared minus 4. So then you know like this like 2 squared, and then a squared minus 2 squared. That's how you get a plus 2, a minus 2. Yeah. So we are the expression is difference of two squares. So like that's how we get this factorization. Next thing that I want to mention is perfect squares. Examples like a plus b and then square, or like it could be like things like a plus 1 square. So you don't need to freak out when you come across this kind of form. This basically means just a plus b and a plus b. So you know, like if you ever look at 4 is like 2 times 2. So we could write down like 2 squared. So it's same, like a plus b times a plus b. So there's kind of we can abbreviate this form as like a plus b squared. So then how to expand this one? It's also the same. A and a, we get a squared, and a and b, and positive, so it should be plus ab, and then plus ab here as well. So we get another ab, and then b and b, so that we get b squared. A squared, 2ab, b squared. Like same, a plus 1 equals a and a squared, a and 1, a and 1, a 1 1 1. So if you get used to this process, then you just know without actually expanding those brackets. If you see, let's say this one, then like you know, if you expand it by yourself, then you will get a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. And then now we can factorize with this kind of formula, or like just to make sure, like to remember like this kind of form, like the difference between squares, or like if you come across an expression like this, then you can factorize them by using this formula. Like for example, plus 4a plus 4. It is really important just to get used to many formats, so like you can factorize like those expressions. So we know a plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So in this case, if you have a careful look, then you might notice this is just, these two are same. It's just when b equals 2. So like 2 squared equals 4. And when b equals 2, then 2 times 2 equals 4. Then that's how we get 4 here, like 2b that becomes 4, and then 4 squared. So this is basically a plus 2 squared. I know like it could be really tricky like at first, but you will get used to it with a little bit of practice. Yeah, thanks for watching.